folks. It is June 18th, 2017, here in Japan. Lovely Sunday. I am your host, Richard Kim, also known as Pocky. Welcome to Pocky Suffers for Your Entertainment. Today we'll be starting with something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing my quote-unquote Granblue Fantasy 101 class to show people how to start playing the game and give some basic information about it. You can see it here in the center of the screen. I'm going to answer a few quick questions, however, from the mailbag. One, someone asked, if your family is coming over relatively soon, don't you need to pay for the tickets now? What if you don't have enough money? The answer to that is I'm going to have to borrow some, and then use the money I raised from the stream and such to pay that person's back. Thankfully, I have some friends who are kind enough to do that. Maybe my parents, I'm not sure yet. But, so the money is still going to be necessary no matter what. Question 2, why haven't you sung yet? Well, the goal for that is $1,000. As you can see here, we're not at $1,000 yet. We are actually at $700. A kind person gave me a donation offline, so we're getting close. So if you want to hear me sing in this voice, then we're getting close. Last question before we start up: why is your camera crooked? I don't know. I've been trying to fuss with it. I might have to get someone here to help out and maybe get a level or something. I don't know. When I put it on top of the TV, it always tilts. Maybe it's because of the cable or something. I'm not 100% sure. I'll try to fix that for next stream, though. Let's see here. If there aren't any questions or anything right now, I will go ahead and begin the Granblue 101 class. Now, yes, from the beginning. Morning, Crescents. Yes, nice. I'll be doing Paka Plus, Paka Plus. We just like Paka, right? Alpaca, so Paka Plus. After this. So stay tuned for that if you wish. Let's see here. There. Need my notes for a second. There we go. So, starting from the very beginning of the game, it used to be you had to have an account first before you could play the game. They've changed that now so that the account linking part of the game happens after the tutorial. We're going to go ahead and skip through a lot of the text, because I figure if people want to actually... nice. See the tutorial stuff, you can on your own time, or there's something in the game called the Lyria Notes that actually give you access to the stories and such in the game after the fact. So I'll point that out in a bit. So first things first, if you're playing the game for the first time and don't have an account yet, you want to open a browser window in incognito mode in Chrome. It's called New Incognito Window, Control-Shift-N. I'm not sure what it is in Firefox or anything else. I haven't used those browsers in a while. The story at the beginning of the game is not the most original in the world, but it's still pretty good, I think, and it gets much better later on. In any case, so you want to do that so that they can't tell that you're in Japan, that you're not in Japan, I believe is the reason. So when you go to game.granbluefantasy.jp, game.granbluefantasy.jp, fantasy.jp, you get this window. The image will be different. They've been doing different images for the since the anniversary earlier this year. You can go here to where it says Set Language. I'm going to go ahead and set this to English. Hit Save Changes. Ta-da! And now it's in English. The story. In a world long abandoned by the gods, many lands float high in a sea of clouds. Long ago, the astral beings kept the world at their mercy with their formidable power. But after great conflict and resistance from the sky dwellers, the astrals disappeared and the world enjoyed peace once again. And now, on the mystic island of Zinkinstil, our hero prepares to journey to the promised land, guided by a short missive and one remaining member, the red-winged dragon Vern. But the adventure starts off with a surprise, as their island home is suddenly engulfed in flames. A warship of the militaristic Arste Empire casts down a shadow from above, and amongst the calamity, our hero encounters a mysterious girl named Lyria. Their fates now tied, the two embark on a voyage to reach dreams much bigger than this realm, and beyond the sky. Pretty epic. So we're going to choose New Game. This is, of course, is Lyria, and our hero, I'm going to leave his name as Gron when I start. New Game. And as you can see, it is voiced. The game is not entirely voiced. It's on Crunchyroll, I believe. Yeah, I'm not sure about the rest of the world. Obviously in Japan it's on just TV. Other places, however, I do not know what the services available are there. Crunchyroll probably for most places, however, they seem to have a lock on it these days. Alright, so click on the screen. Since this is more about the gameplay than the story, I'm going to go ahead and skip through relatively quickly. Again, you should be able to see this in the Lyria notes and everything else. But first things first, here, turn the sound on and off. This affects the entire sound. One thing to note is any changes you make in this version of the game, since it's account-based and it's a browser-based game, will save across any devices you play on as well. So if I fire this up on my iPhone or something, it will remain muted, actually, on the different devices. So keep that in mind if you wonder why you're not getting sound suddenly. The text log is always here. It only keeps things up to the point where the game loads something in, like the battle screens and things like that. Click on text log again to get out. Auto will just give you maybe 3 or 4 seconds per window to read after the last line loads in. This means, this icon here means that all the text is done. And if you hit skip, you will skip ahead to the next chunk of dialogue or battle, depending on the situation. So we're going to go ahead and skip through these. I'm not going to skip the whole thing because the images are kind of cool looking. I will admit I do not know the English terms for a lot of this stuff, so I will be kind of surprised in this as well. But you know, there was a great war before everything started. You know, as some people have noted, Granblue Fantasy is very similar to Final Fantasy. That's not by mistake, by any stretch of the imagination. I believe a good chunk of Square Enix's staff moved to the company that makes this game, Cygames, when they developed this. I've heard. and so any resemblances are not accidental. The music is actually by Uematsu Nobuo, who of course is famous for all his music from Final Fantasy. So you'll notice that the soundtrack is amazing if you like his music. If you don't like his music, maybe not so much. And here's our friend Vern. I'm not sure how they got Vern from all this, because in Japanese it's just V. Although maybe I just missed him talking about it at some point. So I'm gonna call him V. V will be... Plague Knight is, I heard, difficult to play. I might try that in a future stream. How's it going? You'll get occasional options for dialogue and such. Most of the time they don't affect anything other than just changing the dialogue that you get afterwards. Again, in Lyria Note, you can actually see multiple options usually, and so you can play it again and see what you get. Hey, couldn't I? Let me go with. I know we can reach it. And no. So for those folks who are interested, for those folks who are interested in Granblue Fantasy, I'm down on my TV, so it's a little easier myself. Because of the anime, you're gonna notice that there's some things in here missing, like the best friend from the first episode and things like that. That's because they only had, they didn't want to put in too much in the game. I will note that the tutorial is really long. I thought I would be skipping through a lot of this stuff. The battleship, and oh my gosh, there's an explosion. And sometimes you only get one option. So, check it out. How's it going, Ugu-sensei? So this game is an RPG, kind of like Final Fantasy, and you start off and you gather allies, and you're fighting, at first, the evil forces of, not Skeletor, but the Earthstate Empire, while you're trying to find a legendary island where your character's father is currently. Oh. There's our heroine. So, real fast poll for the audience. When I get to the point where I actually make the character, should I make the dude, Gran, or the lady, Jita? Let me know. If I don't hear any votes at all, I'm going to default to Gran. If I get enough votes for Jita, then it'll be Jita. There's one for Jita. I believe they redid the art here, actually, for some of these. I don't remember the art being like this the first time I played this when the game first started, so... I remember just being like this, actually, but it's been a while, so... And, oops, wrong button. I'm clicking the wrong buttons. There we go. I just realized that, yeah, there we go. And thanks for the follow, Ubu Sensei. Yeah, I think I remember you mentioning that actually, so that's cool. Nice.
命が欲しいなら、おとなしくその少女をこちらに引き渡すことだ。
Oh, nice. Yeah, they're trying to. I think they're trying to match up with some of the anime stuff. They originally showed the first couple episodes of the anime in January, which was the original intended broadcast. Then there were issues with A1, this animation studio, and they had to delay until April. And we were currently on episode 12 was yesterday. 2 more episodes to go. Although the main plot of the original, of the anime arc is ended. Wow, that's really nice, actually. It's very interesting.
さあ、その少女を解放するんだ。手荒な真似はしたくない。
I don't think we can trust these guys.
そうだそうだ。勝手なことばっかり。
面倒。
This image, you're going to be fighting a lot of these guys for some time, just so you know. So get ready for that when you start playing. Oh, did it? Okay, I haven't looked at the light novels. I don't have time for books right now. It's awful, but there you have it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead. So here's our intro. When NPCs and such have dialogue, it'll come here. You just click on this anywhere on the screen. Unlike a lot of RPGs, when you have more than one team member, when you hit attack, they're all going to attack in order. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can decide order on a different screen later in the game, but you cannot choose which character to do their primary attack during combat. So that's something to keep in mind. Order is pretty important in the game when you put your teams together, but not 100% vital, but pretty useful. So hit attack here. One of the So yeah, you always go first, which is nice. Helps you plan things out. So there are 6 elements total in game: fire, water, earth, wind, light, and dark. As you can see with the little arrows, one element is superior to one of the others, and also inferior. Inferior? Wow. So I've been in Japan too long. So when you attack the wind element with a fire ability or attack, it'll take more damage, and vice versa. If you're a wind and you're attacking fire, you will do less damage. So this little circle here is useful. Light and dark kind of unusual, where they do more damage to the other, but they don't, and they take less damage from each other. So it's kind of this weird parallel thing. I'll talk more about this in a short bit, but the important thing to keep in mind is, when possible, attack what's called on, because we usually call it on element. So our hero, his element's right here. He's wind. So green is wind. Also, obviously, first in the order, their portrait, the bigger number here with the green bars, hit points, it's a little hard to see. Then CA, chain attack. You build a meter in the game. It's like a rage bar, if you're used to that in other games. When it hits 100%, you can unleash what's known as a chain attack, which is a big super ability. It does a lot of damage, and depending on the weapon your character has equipped, which again I'll go over once we get to that point as well, can add special effects to the ability, like heal your team, or increase your defense, or poison the enemy, things like that. Excuse me. And then here's a skill. Characters will have anywhere from 1 to 4 skills. I can't click on this right now, so I can't show you, but each skill has obviously different effects, like attack, healing, defense, bringing team members back, things like that. So here we're going to attack this soldier who is Earth Element. You can tell by their box, the box border around their portrait. Brown is Earth, wind is stronger and strong against Earth. This dude is water, so there's no bonus effect, but also no detriment as well either. So let's see, here we go. Turn 2. Boom! So it's a weak point there. One thing to keep in mind is that while it helps to be on element, you're not going to cripple yourself if you don't have the preferred element against the enemy. Now, if you're fighting the enemy that is actually strong against your element, that is a disadvantage. So you want to try to avoid that if you can. That's why this game, it's good to have multiple teams, which I'll get to that as well. But, as example, I have a team for each element, for each of the 6 on my main account. That way, whatever the fight might be, I can try to bring an appropriate team with the appropriate equipment. Alright. So yeah, you notice the number was actually a little bit smaller there than the other guys. So yeah, targeting, you just tap on the icon of the character. I forget myself sometimes and I just choose the inappropriate team. Recently I've been doing a lot of weak element teams and getting their butt kicked, so... you can also tap on the icon here to choose a target. If they have any special effects on them, known as buffs and debuffs, some of us, when you tap on here, you'll actually see what they are in an explanation. I'll get to that. I'm sure I'll get to that in a bit. For now, let's take out Soldier 1. Soldier, again, a little bigger. It's like a 35-40% increase in damage, I believe, somewhere in there. I have done that a lot. So yeah. So just like we have a charge bar, the enemies have a charge bar as well. In addition, bosses and other strong enemies will have another bar here, which is known as the overdrive bar. And when their overdrive bars, well, I'll get to that when it comes up. But the most important thing is, each time they attack normally, one of these will fill up, and when they're both full, they will do their chain attack. One thing to keep in mind is that when you chain attack and you have multiple team members, and they all have their chain attack bar filled to an appropriate level, 100%, 90, 80, 70, all of them will attack in order, thus chain attack. They'll chain their super attacks together, and then there will be a secondary effect after that does a percentage of the total inflicted damage against the entire group of enemies. So, timing your chain attacks is, your charge attacks, I'm calling them chain attacks, but, chaining together your charge attacks is very useful in this game. So, he knows I can't turn this off. Yes, because they want to show this. Here we go. Double slash, which he did in the other. Two guys? Alright.
レバレする剣の腕だな。
Hi, Anju.
くそ
Welcome to the stream.
このままで済むと思うな
Yes, yes, yes.
仲間か、注意しろ。
ルリア無事か
And here's Catalina. If you notice, on top of the chat window, there's... Oh, here we go. There is a kind of a cutesy version of her on top of the chat box there. That's from the Granblue's comic, which we'll see later on. I will cover that in this class today.
カタリナ、私。
I think this is another light novel image. It's very
怪
pretty.
我はないようだな。
守るっつうか。なあ。あの人。
そうか。
それでよ、さっきのやつらの仲間。
失礼した。私はカタリナ・アリゼという。この子はルリア。助けてくれて感謝する。君も
So,
よかったら名前を教えてくれないか。
alright. So, am I making Gran or am I making Jita, guys? I'm gonna give you 1 minute to make the vote. We got 1 vote for Jita. Any other opinions? Boy or girl? Boy is Gran, girl is Jita, and I'll type in that name here. Meanwhile, drink my tea. We're now 1 and 1. 1 for Gran, 1 for Jita. Any other votes? Going once. Going up. There's Jita. 2 for... That's 3 for Jita then. Alright. 1 vote for Anju. Okay. We'll make it... You know what? Screw it. Anju the heroine. Alright, so it's gonna... I'll make the character a female. And she'll be named Anju. Here we go.
オイラはビーンってんだ。で、二人
You
は
can
ど
actually
っ
change
か
the
ら
name
来たん
later.
だ。あの兵士に追われてんのか。
It's not, like, locked in forever.
どこから。
So, again, I'm going to be skipping through the story just because
追われている。
this is more about systems right now. But I do encourage you to go back and listen to read the story. The tutorials, I believe, at this point, and now fully voiced. It wasn't originally.
なのでここは危険だ。
カタリナ注意
Oh, here's Jerkface.
何よこんなところで道くそ
ポンメルン大尉。申し訳ありません。直ちにルリアの保護を。
And they... That voice actor is really good at doing that voice, though. Like making you really kind of dislike him. Here's where the story is a bit different from the anime. You may notice, too.
まったく白々しいですね少女を逃がしたのはあ
They
な
skip
たで
this
し
section
ょ
here. They're like, no, not even gonna bother her trying to cover up. They just fight.
偉大なるエルステ帝国に立て秘密の少女の観察やあなたなら事の重大さを理解聖少獣を制御するためにその少女は必要
大尉。聖少獣は星の民の遺産。その力や正体は
話題をすり替えなまったくこれ以上ここほどの
だと。
邪魔者は排除するのみヒドラを出しなさい
The Hydra.
ヒドラ。
そのまさかですよヒドラを使う参加して
Hello, Hydra.
こんな化け物どこから。あのヒゲのおっさんが連れて
Beard
きた
twirling
っていうの
doofus.
か。
I like it.
本当にそこまでして。 ルリアの
だからそうだと言っているでしょう。その研究の一環とまさかそれに乗じて脱走を図る
Betrayal
など
most foul?
って
カタリナ、ごめんなさい。
ルリア外
So, we're taking our level 1 character, Anju, who will be a girl eventually. You can see the image what she'll look like actually to the left, left of the window here.
おいおい、やるってのか、あいつと。
We have to save them.
ヒードラー、血祭りにあげて差し上げなさい。
Tot? That was a lot of dialogue for a very short phrase in the Japanese, but oh well. Alright, Anju, time for you to save the day.
おい、しっかりしろよ。おい。
We don't even get a fight sequence. No, the Hydra just take the large chunk out of our hero.
民間人
And that's the end of the game. Good night, everyone.
ファメルン貴
No.
様どこまで腐った
なあ、嘘だろ。大丈夫だから。
この光は
And now it's time for Deus Ex Lyria.
村の祠の聖書が反応してやがる。
A bad
お
end.
嬢ちゃん、
ほうしかし
大丈夫。
Oh, I think this is a new image too. I think this is also from the light novel.
私の力、あなたに預けます。
It's okay, Anju. You're gonna live. See? See, you're ready.
お前、大丈夫なのか。
I just realized we can skip tutorials. That was not in the original version of the game.
まあいいでしょう。
So can't use my abilities yet. He's fire. I am wind. Fire, wind. This is going to hurt. Right. Oh, okay, cool. It's good to know. So, 50 damage. Dink!
大丈夫です。
But Rudia says it's gonna be okay. And you know what? It's gonna be okay, because this is the tutorial.
どうしたんです？
Yep. Cookie Bill Dragon.
飽きてきたですね。
バンジキュースか。チクショー。準備ができました。聖書の力。
So, here's where your summons would be. Summons have two abilities, their call ability and their aura ability. The call ability is their on use, which we're about to do. Big dark damage to all foes. So this will do a large area effect, which so the entire group damage of the dark element. You can tell again the element of a summon by the icon here. It doesn't always necessarily affect what they do, but every summon does have an element. The aura will give a passive effect to your whole team, and in this case, this boosts my team's attack power by 10%. These abilities will actually stack, so if I had one Proto Comet and I had another one here which is support, which you get from a friend assisting you by you choosing their summon. I'll get to that in a little bit. It would actually be 20% boost. So they add, they don't multiply. Here we go. And hello, Comet. And there goes Hydra. Sorry, Hydra. Meanwhile, I'm still really hurt.
資源
Sorry, Anju's the Lily, right?
闇の炎の子
Oh. I think this is new.
汝の名はバハメート
Well then. Goodbye, Hydra. Have a nice day. So in the beginning of the game, as you run through,
なあ バカなヒドラが一撃バカなバカなバカなバカなそんなバカなですね
I'm glad you're suffering in church.
はい今だ
こっちだ。
さっき
Sergeant Stash. I like
聖
it.
少獣バハムーけど聖少獣はそもそも聖少獣は
ルリアの力だ。この子は星の、そして平気なのか。痛みは、体に違和感はないか。
I seem to be fine.
カタリナこの人は命がけで私を助けてくけどそのせいでひどい怪我を負って今度は私がこの人を助けるた
So,
めに
in game terms, it doesn't really affect anything, but in plot terms, if she and the hero go too far apart from each other, they will just go and die. It's a plot point in the anime. I don't know if it's come up in the game. It's been a while since I've played through the earlier stages. We may see. But it also means that if you have Anju, hey Shinny, if you have Luria as a playable character, which was only available during an event earlier this year, they might replay it next year. However, yeah, you can't summon if the main character gets knocked out. Only the main character can summon. And if you have Luria as a playable character, you lose one of them, you lose both of them. Actually, was what he did. So it's actually kind of an interesting thing. But for the most part, just you can't summon unless your main character is currently on the field. If they're out cold, or if they're in the back line for some reason, and sometimes that happens, not on purpose usually, you will not be able to summon, which is annoying.
そうこれから私とあなたは一つの命を共有することになる
Dun dun dun.
ごめんなさい不便な体になっちゃってでもあの時はこうするしかそれと
Yeah,
さっき
you
の
know,
召喚は
we just
私だけの
hand-wave.
力じゃありません
Everyone's memories are just, Anju was always a girl. It's just it's no transgender. It's there you go. Yeah, the thing is, she's got strong buffing abilities and such, but you have to be careful with her. On the other hand, she fills roles that sometimes people need. So, and nothing else, it's just kind of neat to have her. So,
あの聖少女バハム曲げ
おいいたぞ
一度死にかけているんだ。無理はするものじゃない。
not that there's anything wrong with the transgender hero, of course, but I think the way the game plays it is just whatever gender you choose after the tutorial's done, it's just, oh, you've always been that gender and sex, whatever you choose. And the thing is, you can actually change it whenever you want. So the game doesn't really care, actually. So, you want to be Gran, click, you're Gran. You want to be Jita, click, you're Jita. All it really affects in the game is the icon for your character. Yeah, this is one of the really Final Fantasy stunning kind of things.
いいのか？
聞いていたの。話は後だ。
And now we have our first team member, Katarina, who is amazing.
逃がさんぞ。
活路を切り開くぞ。まずは
So she's water. So she's going to take more damage from this dude if he hits her. Meanwhile, you will do more. Andre here will do more damage. So.
姉さんは水属性だから土属性の敵の攻撃に弱いみてえだな。
There are certain abilities that care, abilities and support abilities. There's a character who is an idol singer, and when you have more male characters on the team with her, her abilities become more powerful. Like Lil Wayne is another character, he's a male character, who, when you have more female characters on the team, he does better. So there are things like that. So people who like to min-max the game will change their main character's gender, or sex rather, based on what is useful. I'm sorry, I'm still having problems waking up. Had a long night.
そうだな。だが
仲間との属性の組み合わせも重要ってことだな。さあ、行くぜ。
You don't normally run into a lot of mixed element enemy parties, so usually it's okay to have everyone be the same element. Like I said, it's not as... Even when you're going against element, it's not super debilitating, it's just not nearly as easy. Also, normally the order, since he's first and she's second, he would actually be up here and she would be here. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. But I think for coolness effect, very good units. So.
連戦になる場合、勝利までの戦闘回数はここで確認できる。
Battle 2 of 3. The boss is usually at the end, occasionally run mid bosses. So.
この後にも。
けど、頑張りましょう。
追い詰めたぞ。
And so wind, no bonus from either side.
容赦はせん。
傷は大丈夫か？アビリティ温存することもできるが、ここは念のために使っておこうか。
Right. Rare monsters will show up occasionally in fights on the story quests and such. And occasionally event fights, event quests rather. You saw that there was that bar with the 3 dots with the little red crossed swords. When there's a rare mob that appears, the little red dot will turn gold actually, so you know as you're going into it that it's a rare boss. Also, it'll say rare monster RM right about here, I believe. Rare monsters have better drops and such like that, but they're not guaranteed to drop them usually. Yeah, same element and elements that you're weak against will actually have a higher resistance to debuff abilities like blindness, defense lowering, and stuff like that. I will go over that again once we get to that point. But so she has it here. When you click on a character, you get to see again what their charge attack is. Hers is Icy Strike. In Japanese, she says Icicle Nail, which I think is just as cool as Icy Strike, but whatever. It tells you the effect. Big water damage to a foe, to a single foe. In here, in effect, this will be list all your characters' buffs and debuffs, so all of their bonuses and minuses at the time. And then you'll have your skill icons here. Underneath will tell you how many turns are left before you can use them again. They'll be grayed out if that's the case. So, here's a skill. Heal. the effect again. Restore all fields hit points. This is not 100%. It'll save 50% if that's the case. Cooldown 6 turns. So do that. Turn 6. And here's skill icon grayed out too. It's not available now. That's one way you can keep track of what you can use when you're playing the game. And back goes back to this one here. And let's attack again. Yeah, I'll talk about weapons and just how certain classes get special effects based on them, like Valkyrie and Superstar. And here's the boss battle.
さっさと片付けるぞ。
奥義の発動準備ができたようだな。だがここは2人で同時に奥義を放ち、
So chain burst,
チェインバ
yeah,
ー奥義を放つかどうかは選ぶことができる。
so she's not ready yet. She needs to get 80%. She needs to get 90% to do it. Each time someone does a chain burst attack, a charge attack rather, the next person in line gets, everyone else here gets 10%. So when our main character does it, these 3 slots get 10 plus 10. If in succession, then this character also does it. These 2 get another 10%, so 20 and 20. And then if this character does it, this person gets 30% increase, chain attack, a charge attack. So, that being said, if your characters are at 100, 90%, 80%, and 70%, as each one does their charge attack, the next person will then have just enough to do theirs as well, so you get all 4 going. They don't all have to be at 100% to do it, not that it causes any problems either, so you can keep that in mind. 190, 87. And of course, if only some of them have it available, you still do a chain burst. It just won't be everyone, and it'll be a lesser damage effect at the end of it. Turn this off and
これで
on.
このターンは君は奥義を温存することになる。
One thing to keep in mind is, just like normal attacking, when you charge attack, everyone who can do it will do it, and if they can't, they won't. You can't say, oh, I just want slot 3 to do their charge attack. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. It's all or nothing. So it's another thing to keep in mind. It's an interesting decision to kind of make. Like, do I want to try to do it now, where only some people have it available? To, you know, because this person might have a special effect that is really cool and useful, or do you hold off until everyone can do it? No. So yeah, it's a limitation, but I actually think it's kind of an interesting limitation. So here we go. Slash slash.
そこだ。
準備は整った。
So
温
now they
存を
both have
解除して
it.
くれ。これで攻撃すれば2人同時に奥義を放てる。仕掛けるぞ。
So when your character can do a charge attack, they'll have a special animation like this, based on the character and in the main character's case, their job and such. Here we go. Actually, nope, won't let me. Here, can't turn it off either because I really want you to see it. Double slash.
我が奥義お見せしよう。アイシクルネイル。
2 bursts.
そうこんな奴らに。
成功だ。
Right,
チ
exactly.
ェインバーストは奥義を発動する人数が多いほど強
So
力になる
sometimes
んだ。
it's worth it to burn off charge attack early for defensive purposes, or
ま
what
た
have
属
you.
性は最初の
Or
奥
if you're
義
fighting
の
an
も
enemy
の
that
に
you
なる
really need to get rid of quickly for some reason. So you don't always have to save up everyone's charge attacks. It's just technically the strongest. But again, situations may vary.
今回は君が先に放った
Also,
ので
as I'm about to say
風
here,
属性のチェインバーストに
whoever the first person in the
というわけ
chain
だね。
is, and so in this case it's wind, the final damage that happens, the chain burst, will be that element as well. if for some reason Anju didn't have enough charge bar or another person back here, and the two of them did their chain burst, it would have been a water element chain burst attack. So that's another thing to keep in mind. You know, if for some reason you're fighting a fire guy and you know, you have the opportunity to have a water chain burst instead of a wind chain burst like this, because he's not ready yet, then it might be actually better to do it that way, because then you'll get the additional elemental weakness bonus.
ここにいたやむを得んこの島を出るぞ
So in the anime, they actually get a chance to rest and recuperate and say goodbye to the village. Here, they're just like, nope, getting going. Vern's about yay big, if people are curious, by the way. He's not very big. Why everyone calls him a lizard.
ああそのようだ
One other thing you might notice, which some people ask me about, is when you're playing through the game and your character is being referenced, they just don't say anything, or they'll call you Captain. Because there's just no way for them to pop cover every name, and they didn't want to just default everything to Ron or Jita. They just blanket. Like, Lirio will say a lot like, you know, oh, Vern! So even though it says, you know, Anju, comma, Vern, she just doesn't say anything.
無邪気にはしゃぐ B 君を見ているとなんとも穏やかな気持ちになるよ
And here's the first bit of humor in Granblue Fantasy. Catalina loves cute things. Yes, exactly. In the episode 3 of the anime, and I think it's episode 3 of the anime, maybe 2. She sees a cat and she just is like, "Oh, it's a kitty!" And then she goes after Vern. So yeah, it's this game has a serious plot for the main story, but it's not always dead serious, which is one of the reasons why I like it so much. There's a lot of fun things like this. I'll try to show some of that kind of stuff later on when I can.
カタリナは前から好きだもんね。小動物とかモフモフしたものとか。
ああ。あて、和んでいる
But she's like, wait, no, crap, I gotta be serious. Yeah, the Granblue comics, I'll be putting those out so people can see them. They've translated up to, I think, 300 or 400 of them. So, that's cool. Oh, nice. Congratulations, Crescent.
さあ行こう。船はこっちだ。
That is a beautiful picture.
これからよろしくお願いしますね。
700, oh that's good. That means they're almost caught up then. Hey Lono. Sorry I didn't get to see my wife there, but the kid had a bit of a meltdown due to just the sheer number of people, unfortunately. Nice. Right, no, I get it. They redid some of the art in the tutorial, probably around the time they're doing the anime. Some of it's from the light novels, or at least styled in the same way the light novels according to Tama. Some of it's just brand new flat-out original art, so...
そうだな。空の果て。星の島イスタルシアか。
Thank you for the follow,
星の民
Dreamin'.
が住んでいるとい
Appreciate
う
it.
伝説の島だ。険しい旅になるかもしれないぞ。そうか。
So,
であれば、そして それは私の目的にも合致する。
こんなにお空が広いのに。
きっと追ってくる。だがファータグランデ空域の外に出れば。
なんであれ、とにかく。
ああ。とはいえ、大きな町にはここからだと近いのは。
Port Breeze.
これからカタリナと
新しい出会いもあるだから。
I think they make you stick with the Gran character just because of all the art. I don't think they wanted to redo it twice. Yeah, it won't let me do anything else. So yeah, each island has a set of dots that represent places to do quests and such. So this eventually will fill in, more dots and little paths. If you tap on the icon here, it gives you a quick summary of what's going on, any requirements that are there, and stop dots. Each chapter usually has 4 steps, not always. It's hard to tell behind the V-Kun icon here, but you can tell us what the reward's going to be. In this case, you get free crystals. Man, I'm already at like negative numbers. I don't need more DKP minuses. Boo! Boo, fork. AP 5, that's the cost. AP's action points. You have so many you can use in this period of time. You regenerate them over time, like most mobile games. Although currently, if I remember correctly, up to chapter 60-something is free. So your only limit at that point is your personal time and the power of your party, which we'll get to. But for the most part, you should be able to get through a lot of the game pretty quickly. So we're going to go ahead, tap on here. I mentioned earlier summons. You have the 2 summons that have their effects that stack. Like, you start off with Proto Bahamut, which uses the attack bonus of 10%. When you borrow another one, whatever that ability is, it will add on top of what you have. So if we borrow another, Proto Bahamut, it will be plus 20% boost to our attack. Yeah, no, chapter 60 is not going to happen anytime soon, and so yeah, it takes you'll have to build up, but So, nameless Skyfarer, traveling healer, roaming magician, cute. Normally you can actually filter these out by element. When you set your profile for your character, once you have multiple summons, you can actually say which summon you want set for other people to see. So if you have like 2 or 3 fire summons, you can actually say, oh, I want this one to be the one shown to the public, even if you're using a different one in your actual setup. So we'll go ahead and choose this person. Go ahead and skip through this. And we crash. If people want advice for things for later in the game as well, feel free to ping me questions via my Twitch page or on Twitter. And I will do my best to help out. I might ask you for screenshots of your grids and stuff like that, or whatever. For raid battles, of course, if you need help, I'm more than willing to help jump in and crush things. I'm not the most powerful player in the world by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm reasonably strong, I like to think. So. And hey, it's our new friend, Rockham!
たくひでえことしやがるな。これじゃあもうどう修理したってこいつは二度と空には
And he
出られねえぜ。
smokes. He's a bad boy. Dun dun
あんたたちが
dun.
乗ってきたのか。
そうだが
なんだ。
気空弾か
There's your crew of
いいかもな
three.
おいらたちで気空弾を
Four
旗
technically.
揚げしな親父さんも
はやめとけやめとけ。気空って仮にも気空弾を名乗るってんならそうだの一人でも仲間にしてから名乗るこったな。
That's in the Granblue's comic. You'll see.
そうだしか。確かに。
っていうか何だったんだあいつ言うだけ言ってどっか行きやがって
I'm hoping that next week's episode, they're calling it Extra One, Another Sky. So it might be actually about the Granblues. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it is. I do know that yesterday's episode, I was just like a lot watching it. My favorite character shows up, so it might be actually. Oh, you know what? Oh goodness, I think actually, now that you mentioned that, Shinny, I think maybe next week's might be a Jita episode because they did say she's going to show up in the anime. I remember seeing somewhere there was an announcement where she's going to actually show up. That might be it. Unless they were hoaxing us, which I don't think they would do. We'll find out in a week. I'm like super hyped about that. Yeah, seeing Lil Wayne and the boys, that was hilarious. They pulled in a fair number of characters, and not in a like overtly like this feels contrived way. So Soros is pretty badass. That was what he did last night was also really cool. So
そうだ。
Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and skip through. Yeah. I also know that the Granblue EN Twitter account also has uses that icon right now. That's my favorite version of Jita right now. So originally you had to tap on this 5 times just because people complained loudly about this, so they put in a skip button. This is just kind of a way to get potions and stuff for the upcoming fight, but I'm gonna hit once to go, and then get potions and stuff like that. And that's a good question too. I don't know. I'll be buying it no matter what, honestly. So that would be nice. So yeah.
街が見えてきたぜ結構でかい街だな
風に
Yeah, I
流
don't know
さ
if
れ
they're
て
gonna
き
do
たこと
another
を考え
series
る
is the
と
thing. Like,
ここ
it
は
would
ポ
make sense
ー
for
トブ
them
リーズ
to
軍
because
と
it's
の
a giant
首都
commercial, but at the
エリ
same
ンガラ島だ
time,
ろう。
who knows?
こ
So
の軍島
I'm
は
not gonna assume
交
anything
易
till I
が
see an
盛んなん
announcement.
だ。町まで行けば。
ねえねえカタリナ
I know.
おそらく
そうだな。
知ってる
その通りだ。ここポートブリーズ軍
I
島
know
を
that
含む
some
区域
people
は
said that they
パー
saw
タグラン
announcements
デ
where they're
区
gonna
域
do a
と
full
呼ばれ
4 core or
エルス
whatever,
テ帝
but
国の勢力
I
圏で
did some searching in Japanese and I saw nothing about that whatsoever. Just that they made the announcement of the one core series. The core, C-O-U-R, is one season of episodes.
私の講義をちゃんと聞いていたんだな。
だからオイラはトカゲそれでその少女
大きく分けて2つ。移動手段とクーズだ。移動手段とは主に気空艇。
あんな不時着し
あ、だからそして
それがあれば
むしろクーズ。
Dialogue,
そういう
monsters to fight. For core was gonna be what's it? 12, so 48 episodes was the original thought, but yeah. Well, the Blu-rays if you buy all 7 Blu-rays or Blu-ray/DVDs, the code once you've entered all 7 codes from them, you get a bonus pack of 1 gold bar, 1 Damascus bar, and 1 sunstone. Each disc individually, the first one gives a SSR Catalina, Dark Element. The second, third, and fifth ones give a 10-spin ticket with a guaranteed SSR. The fourth gives an SSR weapon called Prototype, and that's all it says. People have no idea what it's going to be. The sixth and seventh Blu-rays give special skins for Gran and Vita. New outfits for them. The seventh one specifically is a swimsuit outfit for Gran and Vita. So I see that it's going to be probably pretty high selling stuff.
ウサギさんが近寄ってきます。待って
油断するな。見切った。
Because these days the
ウサ
movies
ギ
are
さん
really
次は
見切った。
お兄さん、何や
あのモフモフなウサギをこの手にかけるのかと思うと。
I forgot about this.
すまない。今後は君と同じ敵を狙うようにするよ。
結構ダメージを受けたな。でも、あとはこいつらを倒せば。
But yeah, so there's also the Blu-ray for the Rage of Bahamut Virgin Soul anime is also going to have Granblue related codes for people who really want to spend money on that stuff. So yeah.
さっき拾った回復。
So the potions you get are available here. Full elixirs actually will fill you to full and resurrect people who are dead, who are out-KO'd. Yeah, Nina is, you get SSR Nina plus a 10-spin SSR ticket. So, but it's like 12,000 yen, so about $106, $100 or so. It's a lot of money for an SSR character. So, blue potions heal everyone, green potions heal a single target.
頼んだ。このまま攻撃で。
素早い攻撃だな。やるじゃねえか。
Party destruction. Vera's. I like Vera, and she's very strong. Oh hey, speaking of bunnies, you got the bunny summon and another sword. You're gonna get those windows popping up a lot at the beginning of the game because it does it every time you find something new. Every time. Right now, you have no weapons. So, draw, also known as gacha, is where you get the majority of your new... Not majority, you get some of your new weapons in the game.
見たことねえ果物もいろいろ。
腹ごしらえもいいが、まず。
Shirakarte! She is everywhere in this game. Vera's character, personality-wise, I'm not going to speak to because everyone has their own thing. But power-wise, she's very strong, so I'm very happy with her. Shirakarte is what's known as a Harvin. They are very short, even as adults. If you've ever played the Final Fantasy 11 or 14 games, they're effectively the same as Taru or Lalafels.
ともかく武器を手に入れるにはここは私が出そう。気にするな。これが大人の余裕というやつさ。
Your character is supposed to be what 15, 16 years old, just like every good anime hero. Ooh. Dun dun dun. Purple means new character when you get a blue crystal. So, drafts, women are short. They're average of 130 to 140, but Harvin are actually shorter than them. 115 to 130, I think, is what I read somewhere. Weapons and summons. And the Mingosh, which means Walder. Because you always get Walder. Don't worry, you will always get this dude. For those of you who like One Piece, he is voiced by Kappe Yamaguchi, who does Usopp. Or Inuyasha in Inuyasha. Ranma in Ranma. Yeah, he's been around. And then each character, as you get them, have what are called fate episodes, which you'll use to unlock their special abilities and stuff like that, and learn more about them. Walder is everyone's first pull, period. You just always get him, that's guaranteed. So go ahead and look for our weapons.
他にも扱いが難しいものとして、
Whoa!
弓、楽器、刀といった武器も含め、全部で10種類ほど自分のジョブによって
That was
得
that
意武
one
器の
bit
種
was
類
talking
が
about
変わる
different
から
weapons and
要
such.
注意です。
やったぞ。召喚石も手に入っているな。
The official title is Harvin, Harvin.
これはバトルで聖少女を
武器も召喚石も、それじゃ
So auto select, you can choose an element. Let's go with water, just because we have Catalina. Hit select, and it does its best job to it'll usually default to proper element of the element you choose plus highest attack power, which is this number right here for each weapon. The aura only comes into effect for the main summon here. And the element of your main weapon affects your character's element. So I'll show that in a second once I get out of this thing.
では改めて
Goodness.
有望なる森のこれからこの
So you
気
get
球団の
characters
一
in
員と
this
して
game
尽力させてもらう
through two primary means.
よろしく頼むぞ
Gotcha weapons, draw weapons, or events.
さすがウェルダーズ。
当然だ朝昼晩と
Once you get a
自主
character, you
練習は
cannot
欠か
lose
さない
them,
からな
thankfully.
なぜだ。なぜ何度も見ていると不思議とかっこよく見えてくるのか。
みんな
ともかく頼もしい。
空にはいろんなやつがいるからな。
あ、どんどん仲間を増やして握。こ
I
れで
kind of wish
一通り
Walder
戦
was
うための
more
準備は
useful
整った
and
な。
more important because it is Kappe Yamaguchi and I'm a fan of his. But he's kind of the joke mascot character of sorts.
武器や召喚石は私覚えたよ。
I will get to that much later in the game.
そういや
In the
彼女の
series.
よろずやさあ。
Alright. Now, time to make an account. This is probably the most important part. Currently, there are three ways to make three types of accounts you can link to the game. Mobage, which is the original publisher. Gree, which is actually their main rival back in the day. And DMM Games, who are the publishers of games like Kantai Collection and a few others. I'm going to go ahead and make a Mobage account. Let's see here. So, gonna make a brand new account. Pocky suffers at gmail.com. The idea is that you meet them at the bazaar, I believe. So I just got sent a thing. I'm going to look up that email real fast. 1 second, folks. Actually, you can't see this, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, you can't see it, actually. Well, whatever. I don't really care, because this is a throwaway account anyway. Alright, so you get your email. You put your email into that bottom box I showed you. Put your email address in, check your email, put the code in. Choose a nickname. I'm going to choose, it says here, it says no more than 6 characters. So I'm going to choose just Pocky. Password. Password again to confirm. Male or female. Japan still stuck on that, so choose one. For draw weapon characters, the first time you get that weapon, you get the character. After that, they're all just duplicates. Let's see. Today's we'll go back 20 years, so 1990, 1997. Today's the 18th. Do not show my birthday. Do not get emails. This, if you want to look at the things in Japanese, all of the EULA and stuff, that's fine. Hit send. All right, and now I can log in as this account. Ta-da! Go back to this tab. I'll readjust the size of this real fast. I need to. That's better. This is bizarre. I don't know why I can't get this to. No. Oh. This is acting very strangely. I'm sorry about this, folks. 1 second. I need to readjust this to set up things properly. Yeah, I'm gonna give me 1 second, folks. I'm gonna redo this. Remove. Yes. Okay. And all right. Let me crop this really fast so I can. My favorite cameo was not Amaya. She's my favorite character in the game, period. So, from episode 12, not Amaya, bar none. She's very strong. She's very cute. I like big sister characters. I have that version of her as well. I was super happy to get that. Oops. Let's see here. Magisa's pretty cool too. I don't actually have her, but I hear good things about her. I apologize for this, folks. I did not realize. I've never played this in the web browser before like this, so I was not aware that this was going to be an issue when I did this. But like on my dark team, she is just the heaviest hitter with her special abilities and such. And I like I like Onesan characters. So there we go. Now every day you log in, you will get a bonus. Excuse me. So I guess premium draw ticket, which I'll spin later, and then of course you get the next day you get all this other stuff each day. I'm gonna go ahead and log in each day on this account just so I can. Well, I'll see. I'll think about if I want to do this just only for this, or if I want to go ahead a little bit at least. Also, there's currently a campaign going on. They hit 15 million users a little while ago, so they're giving everyone 20 free half elixirs. These are worth one full dose of 50 AP per, so that's nice. That's new. Right now, they're doing Christmas in June. There's Walder again! Yay! Holiday versions of characters. I have Walder and I have Rockham. That's it. Welcome to Granblue Fantasy. Here's a free 10-part draw. Okay! Man, they're being really generous these days. That's awesome. Free 10 draw. But it's going to be the holiday draw, too, on top of that, so... Maya Sakamoto plays... It's kind of hard to see here, the girl with the antlers. It's a hat, not actually on her head. Alright, here we go. Oh, wow. Yes! So there's this weird glitch. Oh, okay. That's just cool. That's just thinking then. Okay. So yeah, the crystal that first came up, that was yellow, orange, and blue, is for a super rare card. But there's this weird glitch in the gacha crystal image thing, where if there's actually an SSR in the draw somewhere, if you refresh, if you reload, it'll actually say, oh, wait, we loaded too fast. Here you go. Here's what you get. So, let's see what we got. One SR, one SSR. A Tabar. Heart. Bow. I'm gonna get one each weapon, actually. A wand. Nope, walking torch. Wind axe +1. +1s I'll explain in a little while, a little bit later. Shurei Body, can't pronounce that. Falchion +1. That's 2 +1s. Wow. Dragon Tail. That's always been a cool looking gun. Kaon. Who are you? I forget. De La Fee.
私レフィーエと申しますの。華麗な宝石魔術をお見せいたしますわ。
Well. 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 All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to home. I'm not gonna re-roll on this account. This is just for tutorial. That's fine. the reason everyone's saying that all that is because De La Fee is a light character, and light is one of the most difficult, if not the most difficult element to start at. Because weapons for that element are difficult to get. Alright, so welcome to the main screen. News will take you actually to the top page. Right here. You get to see any important notices, event updates, game updates. Granblue 1817 is up. And then a few other things. By a few other things, I mean a lot of things. You can ignore most of this, honestly. The beginner's draw is a discounted for money draw and such. It's an easy way for people to get started in the game. The beginner's draw set, on the other hand, if you're going to be playing this game, gives you a 10-spin ticket for 3,000 yen, or 3,000 mobile coin, which is like 3,100 some yen. About $30, give or take, these days. And you get a ticket to select a character of your choice. It's not the entire list of all the characters. There are certain characters that are limited, and the holiday characters are not available either. But that being said, if you're interested enough in the game that you want to spend money on it, that is the best way to start. If you don't do it right away, it will come back every so often. So don't worry too much if you miss it. Yoda is a great character. I will go over that kind of thing the next time. I'll stick to more basic things right now. Your stat block is all the way down here. Your crew, your guild, so currently no guild. Anju is your character's name. You click on that, you get your profile. So, Jita! Yay! And I'm going to change this to I suffer for your entertainment. Oop, that was too much. Suffer for your pleasure. No. I suffer for you. There we go. Okay. I bought mine way back in the day, so... Apparently they're at 17 million now. 17,645,118. Alright. But this is what the world will see when they look at your profile. Your class, your rank affects how many AP you've got. For some reason, the world can see how much money you've got and everything else as well. Maybe. And then you've got your support summons. These are the ones that other people can borrow if they see you. And the rest of this is a little more advanced such. But if you tweet from this, you will get a full refill on your AP and your EP. AP, again, is action points used for quests. EP is used for raids, which are multiplayer battles, which I'll get to in a little bit later as well. And you can post a line as well if you want, to your friends and such. Oh, good. So this is the bulletin board quests. You can see each one's got a different little thing you need to do. And when you do them, you get rewards. You can see it behind here. It's a summon, the Wind Carbuncle, which is very useful for that element. Pinboard, sorry. So you can see what the bonuses and such. And then you see what the rewards are for the bonuses. Alright, let's go back to the home screen. The present is the crate. this is where all your various items go from events and from the gacha and such. Yes, if you get carbuncles, do not get rid of them. Don't sell them, don't anything. They're very important and useful. Carbuncles give a defensive buff and an offensive buff of the proper element. A little more advanced. We'll go over that later on. Mail is from the game company. Usually notifications, but also things like friend requests and things like that. So you can see here, they're promoting their beginner's draw set. The one for free is the Rupee Gacha, which is mostly just normal weapons, but sometimes you get +1 weapons, which are bonuses, which increase the power of the weapon they're attached to. Trophies, feat episodes. I've got 2 new characters, so showing me that. Trophies give crystals and titles. And then of course it's time to ask me at my birthday, so birthday. We'll go ahead and say today's the 18th, so set that. The birthday's not super important, but on your birthday, characters will actually have special messages for you. It's kind of a cute little thing. They're generic, they're the same for everyone, but there you go, so proceed, yes. Go back home. And the crate, again, all these weapons and such we got from the free 10-spin gacha. The ones here will never go away. The ones under time limit will, and they'll tell you when they're going to go away. Of course, you can just pick them all, or you can go by individual type, like I just want to get all my summons or whatever. Others, things like money, potions, things like that. Wow! 100 half elixirs due to the tutorial. And 250 soul berries. Dang, yo. Alright, well then. Let's just go ahead and grab everything. Also, right now, if you start playing the game, for the 15th anniversary, there is a free single spin. 1 million players, 1 free draw daily. So let's see what we get. Wish me luck. And the answer is a rare. Blue is rare. So. And we get a power bow. That's fine. That. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and use the ticket I got too, actually. Just because. At this point, it can't hurt. Let's see what we get. Also, blue crystals. Most of the time you're gonna get blue crystals. That's just, you gotta get used to the idea. Hornbird. Alright. So party is where you go to set up your characters and such. Since we only have one other character, I'm going to go ahead and put in Telefi. Because she's a super, super rare character, she is stronger than everyone else. To start. So you have your rarity here, their name. You can click on this to get a full version of their portrait. She's all about the big jewels. Current level, their max level. How many XP they need, experience points they need to go up a level. Their element, so she's light. Their race, she's human. Her class, as it were, she's a healer. Her hit points and her attack power. Extended mastery, when she hits the maximum level, which is 80 for her, you can click on this to see this grid. Once you hit max level, she'll earn what are called EMP points, which let you customize characters a little bit more and give them bonuses and such. So you can see attack up, defense up, points up, things like that. This is a much more advanced thing. We'll deal with that later. You can say, I don't want to put her in the party. You can say, I want to put her in the party. You can see what her charge attack is. Massive light damage to one foe. And then her skills. Jewel Mirror. Glorious Flame and Regeneration. You notice that this one says Go to Quest. It's not actually unlocked. It's not uncapped. Well, yes. Her max level is 40 for now. It'll be 80 once she's got all 4 stars. 50, 60, 70, 80. Uncapping a level requires certain items such as you don't have yet. We'll get to that. Point. And then a support skill. Not everyone has support skills. Rare characters generally don't. Super rare characters do. And hers is a boost to her defense. For now, we'll go ahead. You can also upgrade characters. You can give them more experience points by using weapons and such. I don't recommend doing that at the beginning of the game, but later on, when you have a ton of weapons, it's not so bad. Uncap is giving the stars. Again, that requires items we don't have, which is fun. Put her in the party for now. So you can see everyone's who they are, their names, their hit points, their attack power, their boosts. So weapons have skills on them that can do things like give, a certain element to characters attack power bonuses or defense bonuses or hit point bonuses. Whichever ones they've got, they'll show you here. So, weapons. See, there's 10 weapons here. The main weapon is, again, what your character uses to determine their element. Each class, and currently Anju is a fighter, can use 2 different types of weapons. In this case, swords and axes. So let's go ahead and change this. Again, weapons also have levels. Those do not go up normally through questing. You actually have to upgrade them to do so. They show the max level, the element, the type. Minimum rank is actually what level you have to be able to use it without a penalty. If you use a weapon that's too high level, it'll actually tell you that your attack and hit points bonuses from it are lower. Again, there's 3 stars. These affect the level cap. So to upgrade this past level 10, we'd have to uncap the weapon. Every weapon has a charge attack. In this case, small fire damage to a foe. It has no other special effects. So let's replace this. It is showing me all the weapons I can currently use. Which are all the swords and axes I currently have. I'm going to go with Wind, this Wind Axe here, because it has the highest attack. Wind Axe +1. Now, it also says rank 20. I'm not there yet, so you can see these little icons here. It means rank's too low. So I actually won't get 210 attack power, I'll get to less. But, it has a skill, small boost to wind allies attack. Requirement, wind element. So only wind characters will get this. So go ahead and select that. It gives you a warning, you get 80% of the ability until you hit that rank. That's fine. This screen will tell you what your increased or decreased stats have become. Again, against Earth, you do more damage. So now we go back to character. Oh, he's Earth. Let me you go equip the Earth Axe, or fine, Light Axe. And we look at De La Fee, suddenly she has 1 boost. Small boost to light allies attack. So she will actually hit a little bit harder now. I'm going to click on this so that when I hit auto select, it will not actually affect this weapon. Let's see what it does for light. And it puts all my most powerful weapons into the grid. In this case, it's just going by sheer attack power, which is fine. If you click on this, you can go between the hit points and attack stats, and the skills. It's a little hard to tell, but if you look at the icons here, there's little chevrons here. A single one is a small boost, 2 is a medium boost, and 3 is a large boost. And if you find one with 4, it's a huge boost to that element's attack. In this case, sword is attack, heart is hit points, and then there are other icons too for increased critical hit a chance, stuff like that. We won't worry about that for now. The elements for these don't matter for most anything really. Like, you might find a light weapon with a boost to earth attack. Sometimes they just do that. Don't worry about that too much. The important thing really is the attack power you get and the skill. So right now, if I had any fire characters, they'd actually have a pretty powerful boost right now. Wind characters, that would be the same. Your character counts for this as well. Light and dark. I have no water, I have 1 earth, so now Walder now has a small boost. Hooray. Summons. So you've got, again, Bahamut here, who has his +10 to everything. You go ahead and put in this guy. Your secondary summons, the 4 of them there, make it so that you can use their call abilities during combat after a certain number of turns have passed. They'll say cooldown here. Unlike skills, which start off ready to use at the beginning of a turn, at the beginning of a fight, summons have to charge up, except for your friend summon that you borrowed summon. That one is always available from the get-go. When you first start playing the game, actually, if you find people with powerful summons, it's really easy to just use those summons to burn through the fights, which is not a problem at all. There's no shame in it. I did that a lot myself. So you notice that I got his stats boosted, increased my hit points, increased my attack, etc. Unlike here with his boosts, you click on bonus. Classes give bonuses to you, depending on what you've got your current set class. Every class has a max level of 20. When you hit that, you get what's known as a master bonus, which affects your character no matter what class they are at the time. So it behooves you to actually level every class to 20 when you can. Whew, man, that's a lot to go through. So here's your class screen. None of this stuff is covered by the tutorial as far as I can tell, by the official tutorial, by the way, so... So fighter is the very first class. Again, level 1, your XP gauge, your portrait. You can see the art changed a lot. There are bonuses that affect just the class, but the master bonuses affect everyone. Oh, every class, I should say. So yeah, I have every class I have except for my newest ones at level 20 for that reason. So you see your skills here. I have full arsenal, which gives me which helps fill up my charge bar. My support abilities, boosted double attack rate. My bonuses, I have no master bonuses, of course. So nothing's level 20 yet. My level bonuses, I have plus 300 attack. Sub skills. You notice I had 3 blanks. Each class starts with 3 skills, max at level 20. And then when you have multiple jobs, classes, jobs, what do you want to call it, available to you, you can use sub-skills. Certain skills are available from other classes, so you can say, hey, I want to borrow this other class's healing ability, even though I'm a fighter, you can do that. Not every skill is available to do that with. There's an icon now that tells you what you can and cannot do. Clicking on switch class shows you all the classes available in the game. You can start off playing as a fighter, a knight, a priest, or a wizard. And then there's 6 other classes. Script for a little bit. Pardon me. The thief, the enhancer, grappler, ranger, harpist, and lancer. Everyone has different skills and different weapons they can use, and different archetypes: attack, special, balanced, and healer and defense. Row, okay. In Japanese are called tier. To unlock new classes, you have to earn class points, which you earn as you level up. And also you can get during events and things like that. So if I wanted to play a thief, I would need 100 class points to unlock it. And then this shows you what their skills are. This icon here lets you know that you would be able to use this as a subclass, your sub-skill for the currently equipped class. Yes, master bonuses are for everything. So once I get this character to level 20, this job rather, to level 20, I would get the inhibit overdrive plus 1% bonus, no matter what class I had currently set. Just go back. One thing to note is that as you go through the higher tier classes require different things. They require more CP. Then you see here, to be a warrior, you need to pay a level 20 fighter and a level 20 grappler. So even if I had 200 CP, this would not light up until I had both of those. And you can see here, fighter, grappler, and the higher tier skill jobs have more skills. So the extra classes are a special thing that require items that drop from the co-op quests. I'll go over those next time. Co-op quests are a minimum of 2 players, real people, to play. And they're more difficult than the standard story quests, but they have better rewards also, including what you need to unlock these special classes. The exception being Drum Master. Drum Master actually has a story quest you have to complete to unlock. That's fairly difficult, and you have to be at least at chapter, I believe, 20 to do it. You know, some of these classes now show gun, staff, dagger, harp. So they don't actually have the option for using different weapons. The row 4 jobs are only available to you after you hit level 101. You have to complete what's known as a class champion weapon, which is a much more advanced thing that I will go over later on, but for now, don't worry about the tier 4 classes. My suggestion is usually to do all of the tier 1 classes first, or if you're kind of in a hurry. Oh yeah, thank you, 10 champion merits instead of creeds. So yeah, what Tama is saying about that is true. But one of the best classes in the game to play for a while is the Dark Fencer. Dark Fencer requires Arcana Dueler and Sentinel to be level 20, 300 class points. Which means then you have to go back here. Sentinel requires Knight and Priest at level 20 each. Thankfully, you have both of those available to you at the get-go. But Arcana Dueler, on the other hand, requires Enhancer and Knight. So you do have to at least unlock one more class first. But all the classes are worth it. They all have different playstyles, and they're all fun, in my opinion. So that's the class thing. I'm not going to change. Actually, I'll go ahead and change to Let's go with Knight, because I like playing tanky characters. So it'll tell you what you're going to do, what your changes will be, your level bonus. So I lose 300 attack, I gain 2% defense. I have to use these types of weapons. I'll learn this skill at level 10. And I earn this support skill, Mighty Shield, 50% damage cut taken, at level 20, I believe. So let's go ahead and change. And ta-da! Now I'm a knight. Well, I'm just a knight, I should say. Yes. Now, obviously I can't use an axe, because it said spear and saber. So I have to find a new main weapon. So I'll have to use this fire sword. And then I'm gonna auto select real fast just to make this fire. Come on. Hello. There we go. Alright. One more thing. So again, boosts here, just like the characters have. Switch parties. One of the things in this is that you can have multiple setups. You can multiple teams selected, so that every time you want to fight a different element monster, you do not have to constantly click around and change everything. Originally, you started with one set of 6 party slots, but a month ago, I believe it is now, they opened it so that all 7 of these are available to everyone. So you have 42 possible party slots. So feel free to go nuts and just try different things out. Personally, what I usually do for my setup, I have a fire team, a water team, an earth team, a wind team, etc. Just preset so that I can choose my fight, click here for my you got a refund of those actually. You might have grabbed them without thinking about it, but you got a refund for those. They refunded everyone for those. Full price. So you got 500 back for each one. At this point, it's probably too late to go check your history, but you should have gotten them back. So yeah, I know. Everyone got their money back. I spent like 1,500 myself. I was pretty happy to get those crystals back. So there we go. And it'll show you what your main weapon is, your main summon is, what your sub skill is if you've got one, and then who your party is. The people in the sub, you only have 4 people at a time in the front, and then the people here will still gain experience points, but they can't directly affect the game in most cases. Sometimes people have special sub abilities or support abilities that will affect you, but not always. So, all right. I think it's everything on the home screen for now. Upgrade. It's currently upgraded. That icon will turn to co-op later on in the game on a high enough level. This character's a turn up level, I should say. So we're gonna upgrade this spear. Oh, so we got a water spear. I forgot about that. So we're gonna. You have to use weapons to upgrade your weapons. You can consider grinding it to dust or something and sprinkling it all over the weapon or whatever you want to call it. And the level and rarity of the weapon will determine how much XP you get when you upgrade a weapon. So it tells you here you'll gain 15 XP and have a 10% chance of getting a big XP boost, grand success. So ta-da! You do the same thing for summons as well. You can do it for characters, but again, it's not recommended at least for the first 80 levels or so, unless you're really in a hurry. So, go back home. Draw, Right here tells you an estimate of how strong your character is. The quests usually have a little star next to them that tell you what the recommended power level is. It's a little flaky, so I don't always rely on it. AP, right here, your action points. You're 10 of 10. This regenerates 1 every few minutes. EP, I guess event points? I'm not sure what it's BP in Japanese for battle points. And you have 10, those also regenerate. You use these to participate in the raid, the multiplayer combats. And you can restore AP with half elixirs, and EP with soul berries. Here's the gacha, gameplay extras. Again, you can click on this to tweet. If you've got a Twitter account, you have to link it. And you will get your EP and EP refilled. And if you're at max, it stacks, actually. You won't regenerate more, but you'll actually, it won't waste either. Pinboard missions, of course. No. Do rupee draws, other stuff. And then trial battles are kind of a neat thing. You can take a party into a fight and see how much damage you'll do against an enemy of a particular element if you want. Alpha, the guy just sits there. Beta, he'll attack you. You can do group attacks, group battles as well. This one does not actually recover health, so you can see, you know, what you're doing. They also show the trial characters here. So you can kind of see what they're planning and bringing out in the future. We have no idea what the character's going to be or the voice actor is, but it's a water element character who's going to be an attack character. And you can kind of see these things here. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting thing if you're curious about that. Let's see here. And the last thing to go over before I finish the class for today... Oh, almost forgot. Granblues. Granblues. Thank you. Oh, nice. They actually have a little tutorial for the thing. Oh, cool. Thank you for telling folks. Read from strip 1. And so it's in English. It's very cute. Grand Order is one of the more difficult mid-tier raids. She drops really good stuff that you need for uncapping characters and such later on in the game. Alright. Now, last thing is menu. This brings up this. It's actually an overlay. These are the same buttons. Co-op's not available, although right now it's half action points, so if you are in the middle of, if you want to do some co-op for various things, this is a good chance to do that. Quest takes you to the quest on the screen, of course, draws for gacha, upgrading your characters, editing your party, profile again, you know, you get to see your stuff, people can send you messages, home, like the menu again. I don't know why I did that. The journal. This is why I mentioned the Lyria notes. They call it the journal in this. We can check out, you know, the story. See the opening again. If you have any events you participated in, you only see the ones you participate in. Other stuff. Field notes. You can see the weapons you've got. The summons you've earned. You've gotten people you've met. I've met almost no one, of course. And then, of course, the archives. About the various groups and stuff like that. Crew, if you have a guild, this will take you to that screen. Do not have a guild right now. Probably won't. You have to be chapter 4 to do that. Rewards. Supplies. This lists all the various items and stuff you've gotten in the game my potions and such. Any gacha tickets I've got. Map pieces. Wonder items you get from completing certain parts of the quests. Treasures are things used to upgrade items or purchase items or what have you. The shop.
いらっしゃい。旅の悩みを一撃必殺。
The
どん
knick-knack
な
shop.
問題もよろずやシェロちゃんにお任せ。
シェロカルテ殿は相変わら
This
ず
way you
元
can
気
trade
だ
in
な。
your treasures for things and such.
人気臭い顔それで欲しいアイテムがあって各種取り揃えております。特定アイテムとの今回は初来店。
この本証石と
These
何
crystal
かシェロ
things,
ちゃんは
yeah.
太っ
This is also, yeah. So I can't access any of this yet because I'm not high enough level, but I can... Oh, she gave me 100 crystals. I was like, what? Okay. The main use for the crystals, honestly, is just spinning the gacha, but
いらっしゃい。
there
旅
we
支
go.
度はシェロちゃんにお任せ。
I will go over the shop next time. There's a lot to go over, but treasure trade is where you can do trading for other things as well, potions and stuff. The point shop is for turning in ID codes from magazines and stuff like that. The special pick ticket is 300 moons, gold moons, I think. Is a consolation prize of sorts for people who have spent way too much money on the game. Crate takes you back to the mailbox, of course. So, grab all this stuff. Your inventory is all your weapons, your characters, your summons, and your outfits, also known as skins. Stash. Eventually you get to the point where you have too much stuff, and you can spend crystals to buy weapon stashes and summon stashes to put stuff away that you don't want to lose or use, and don't want to accidentally get rid of. They're 500. I think they're 500 crystals apiece. Your friends list. I have no friends. That's nice. And then world is the map of the world. We only have the one option right now. These clouds will go away as we unlock more stuff. The casino doesn't unlock until Chapter 8. It's a good outfit though. The casino unlocks in Chapter 8, and you can play poker and stuff there for in-game currency, which you then trade for elixirs and things like that as well. Finally, the settings. These are the various things. They're pretty self-explanatory. Browser version settings. These are your Twitter things and stuff like that as well. That's pretty self-explanatory, honestly. Yeah, mostly foreign ads, honestly. A help button which takes you to the official help page, and then whatever event is going on will always be here at the bottom. Now, if you're starting to play right now, the Cinderella Fantasy event for Idolmaster is actually really good because they have made it so that all of the idols are available, and that's a lot of super rare characters. The second rarity. They're pretty strong, actually. The event is going until, I believe, Wednesday night or Thursday afternoon, I forget which. So there's still a few days for that. So until, let's see, it should say here. Or...
Idol
Otaku.
ああみんなに
てかあいつどこ行った
ああまたどうせ用でも足してん
So,
おいおい
たくくまり
ごめん。ピン
the 21st here, so that is... Yeah, Wednesday. So it ends Wednesday afternoon.
はあピニャなんだそれ
まあまあな
So
なんだよその変
it's
な
called
鳴き
Pina
声
Hazard. Pina Hazard. It's a parody of Biohazard, also known as Resident Evil in America.
おいおいピー
助け
ねえねえ、ピニャビ化するってどんな気分なの？
And here's Shiki, one of our two characters.
その
And Minami's the other character for this event.
なんかこう温かい大きな力と一体化する感じでそこまで悪い気持ちはしなかったかな。
何それ？いいないいな。私もピニャビ化しようかな。
For events,
何言ってるんですか。せっかくピニャビ化を直したのに
冗談。
ならよかった。
でも一瞬だけならいいかな。だからダメですってだから冗談だって冗談。
so for events like this is known as a scenario event. There are usually two different ways to get characters from those events. One is taking the character and putting them in your party and playing through enough that you earn their trust. And the other are treasure trade characters like Shiki here, where you earn these by doing the quests and such for the event. And then you turn them in, click here, and they're in your party. Yeah, Minami is really strong, actually, for Water Team. And of course, there's other items you can get for the events. Summons, super rare weapons, super rare weapons. Yes, that's a hug pillow. Damascus crystals are used for creating Damascus bars, which you can use to uncap super rare weapons. You can go. These are used for leveling up summons. Again, half elixirs, soul berries, stuff like that. So, and right now for this event, once you finish, it's hard to see. You won't see it here, but once you finish the extra events and you finish the story event quest for a little bit, you can unlock special extra quests to earn the idols. I will probably do that on my own time with this account just to, excuse me, goodness, have a more robust party for the next time I do it for next week. That is Granblue Fantasy 101 for today. I hope people enjoyed learning about the game. I will do this again next week if people are interested. Otherwise, I might stagger it every other week. I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know soon. Gonna take a quick 5-minute break. Stop the stream so this becomes a separate video, and then start up Pack Plus. So be right back.